News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
The FCC is voting to put a squelch to robocalls.
And blasting has concluded, at least for now, on the highway. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell, Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Tonight, proposed changes in the law will address victims of spoofing. It's July 23rd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry.
The Federal Communications Commission's chairperson, Ajit Pai, has proposed adoption of new rules banning malicious caller ID spoofing of text messages and international calls. The chairman's proposal follows a bipartisan statement from more than 40 state attorneys general for the FCC to adopt these new anti-spoofing rules. The commission will vote on these new rules at its August 1st meeting. FCC Chairman Pai spoke about the proposed changes in the Truth Caller ID Act.
Until recently, the ban on illegal spoofing did not apply to calls that originated overseas. Thankfully, Congress recently filled this gap in the law, and the FCC is now taking that new authority and proposing tough rules to protect consumers against illegal overseas spoofed calls. And we're also proposing to ban the illegal spoofing of text messages too. But our efforts to combat malicious caller ID spoofing don't stop there. We've allowed phone companies to block many robocalls they suspect to be illegal. We've issued multi-million-dollar fines against illegal spoofers. And we've demanded that the phone industry develop a system to authenticate or verify that a call is from the person making it.
Well, the FCC says that they received more than 35,000 complaints about caller ID spoofing in the first 6 months of 2019 alone. The new rules would ensure that the agency is able to bring enforcement actions against bad actors who spoof text messages and those who seek out victims in this country from overseas. The Truth in Caller ID Act prohibits anyone from transmitting misleading or inaccurate caller ID information. If the change in this law is adopted at the Commission's August open meeting, the legislation would extend these prohibitions to text messages, calls originating from outside the United States to recipients within the United States, and additional types of voice calls such as one-way interconnected voice over internet protocol calls.
And the Nevada Department of Transportation has announced that construction blasting along State Route 160 through the Mountain Springs community has concluded for the immediate future. Blasting was needed for bedrock removal to make room for highway expansion through Mount Potosi in southwest Clark County. There have been 58 blasting events, with the first occurring back on September 24th. Blasting contractor Sanders Construction has used a total of more than 120,000 pounds of explosives thus far, helping to remove more than 100,000 cubic yards of material, or enough rock and dirt to fill more than 30 Olympic-sized swimming pools. The last event occurred back on July 15th, and although blasting could return in the future, depending upon the work area and geology, it has concluded for now, and that overall project is scheduled to be completed in the fall of 2020.
Well, traffic was at a standstill on the highway this afternoon. According to Fire Chief Scott Lewis from Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, one person was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital this afternoon with injuries sustained as a result of a two-vehicle crash that occurred on Highway 160 and Basin Avenue. Nevada Highway Patrol is conducting the accident investigation. The Nye County Sheriff's Office also assisted in traffic control.
All right, don't grab that remote. We'll be right back here at KPVM with more national and international news.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, there's an important vote for the emergency responders regarding 9/11.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, a critical vote today on funding for 9/11 first responders. New York City firefighters will be there urging the Senate to approve extending aid for Ground Zero workers. The bill would guarantee funding for September 11 victims for 75 years. During the second quarter, the chilly, damp weather cooled off air conditioner sales at Lennox. The stock dropped Monday after the company adjusted its revenue growth with a lower outlook for the rest of the year. Companies that make boats and other water sports products are taking a dive. A number of Wall Street analysts are cutting earnings estimates, and they are blaming the wet weather in spring and early summer. Marine Max and Mastercraft Boat Holdings are among the stocks investors soaked.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Well, world-renowned oncologist Dr. Nicholas Bolazane will be speaking and answering your cancer-related questions this Thursday night at Desert View Hospital. The event is open to the public and is held at the lower level of the facility. Please arrive early. It begins at 6 p.m. July 25th. The hospital is located at 360 South Lola Lane here in Pahrump.
And on June 20th, Nevada Highway Patrol began enforcing the 24-hour HOV carpool lanes on US 95 and I-15. From June 20th through July 20th, the Nevada Highway Patrol has issued 518 citations for violation of the HOV carpool lane. Regulations as far as crossing the solid white line there, and there's no data currently for those particular violations because the statute disregarding a traffic control device commonly written to cover other violations like running red lights, stop signs, yield signs. NHP says that they have now corrected that and should start seeing data on crossing the solid white lines in the HOV lanes in the next few months.
It's interesting. We were talking a little bit about that hearse in Vegas everybody was talking about.
And I pointed out that that driver was working and he was driving that body. The lane had the designation for 2 or more persons. There was no specification, dead or alive.
Yeah, so that might bring a whole lawsuit and some kind of precedent. You never know.
It might. Interesting. We'll follow that.
Well, Superintendent Dale Norton from the Nye County School District spoke to our camera about Pathways. This alternative and adult education school has expanded its services at Pahrump Valley High School's former 9th grade academy.
It's the old original Pahrump Valley High School, the original facility, but I think we're in year 3 here now where our alternative education umbrella of Pathways is here at this location on the corner of Calvada and Mount Charleston. With that, though, is our adult ed program is connected here too. So anybody in the adult education field in the community can come to this facility. The alternative education for Pathways is located at this facility. But yeah, it's kind of one-stop shop for any kind of alternative type education programs. And again, we've been here for about 3 years. But any questions about it, you can give us a call here or at the district office, 727-7743. We'll connect you with them and get you hooked up.
What do you have over there in the old Pathways building now?
We are actually using that facility. We've expanded with departments at the district office level and some training rooms in that. We actually have a CPR training facility there for our staff that we needed more room for that, so we didn't have to be hauling stuff around in a trailer to do that training. But there's several different things that we use that facility for with expansion of our grant department, our CPR training, HR, human resources is located in one of the outer buildings, so we have a little bit more breathing room on that campus. We contracted with a company called Edgenuity, and we also have the other vendors that we had before. But the other real rationale for moving here was a connection to the high school. If there's anybody that wanted to connect with our career technical education programs on Pahrump Valley High School campus, that can be done here, as well as Great Basin Community College and the engineering program that they have at Great Basin. So we're kind of making this a one-stop shop for all types of secondary education that go on in our community.
Yeah, what a wonderful location to have them all right here just on the corner of Calvada and Mount Charleston.
Absolutely, and great use of this facility and space, and it was hard to watch this facility not being used, and now that we got it back up and going, we're using it for a lot of things.
Exciting stuff with the schools going on here now.
Yes, it's almost that time. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured? Need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Well, the Area 51 Fireworks store on Highway 372 spoke to commissioners about the storage containers located on their property.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding the storage containers on Area 51 Fireworks property. On June 12, 2019, the Pahrump Regional Planning Committee held a public hearing on the applicant's request to reconsider and modify the approval to allow the continued storage beyond the time frame established in the approved conditional use permit. The RPC denied the request with a 5-2 vote. Commissioner Strickland made a motion to affirm the decision of the RPC and ask that on 1380 Arrow Street that all the property be removed from that by August 1st. Casey Steinhardt, who is representing Area 51 Fireworks, made a comment regarding a statement made by Dan Weeks during public hearing.
This esteemed gentleman that represented the property owner next to us, numerous things that he said were wrong, but they're kind of a moot point at this point as we've been in conversations with everybody. There's 20 containers on that back property. That's what we've used it for storage, not for bringing in and out trucks. Okay, it's been there since 2000. We've had containers or trailers there since 2006, not 2011. And since the RPC meeting, we have gone ahead and done exactly what we said we're going to do. I put in for the encroachment permit. We have a little less than 3 of the 20 containers that are there with any product in them. They're all going to be moved out hopefully within the next 96 hours. If not, it'll be before the end of the month. So everything that this gentleman wanted, we are doing.
Commissioner Koenig states that he will be there August 1st to see if the job gets done. Commissioner Blundo states that we had already addressed this situation and that this was supposed to be coming on the 20th of August. He states that he doesn't understand why this is on the agenda, and he asks why we aren't sticking with a consistent date.
I'm just going to say this on the record. I'm very disappointed in what's going on with the RPC, because we should be happy that people are coming back before the RPC instead of just doing things, because that's how business gets done here. We have 2 books in Nye County. There's the code, and then there's the way we do business. And if you're in favor, you get away with everything. And if you're out of favor, boy, we sure know how to point a finger and have a magnifying glass. So I guess right now, Casey, which is it? Are you in favor or out of favor? Which is it? I don't know. How's the magnifying glass feel? Is it a little warm in there? So I just get a little bit frustrated that we treat businesses this way. It just becomes selective enforcement or whatever fire gets lit. I just don't like conflicting dates, because I'm of the mind that they had until August 10th. They asked that in the planning meeting, which I did attend. They needed time until August 10th. Their season is over on the 20th, and that was the motion I made about their actual license, not making any appeals or anything. So I feel like this is a moot point.
Casey Steinhardt makes a final comment before the vote.
And as a final comment, I'd like to say how precarious our business is. And as the commissioners know, because I've spoke with many of them over the past month, we almost all lost our business, which would have cost the county a lot of money. So I appreciate the backing of the county to help us keep it open. And we've got a lot of work ahead of us to be able to do it. And one of the problems we are running into is that in a day there can be a vote at the state that puts us out of business. And if we go out of business and put millions of dollars into a new facility so that we get rid of containers, that's a precarious situation for us to be in. So we're trying to work through that and be able to alleviate the problem altogether, but it's not a simple answer.
Thank you. So I'm going to call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. It's unanimous, yes.
All right. Well, the United States Department of Labor said it will assist nuclear weapons workers to file claims for the Energy Employees Occupational Illness Compensation Program. The program provides lump sum compensation and medical to current and former workers whose illness came from working at a facility involved in nuclear weapons production. More than $16.5 billion in compensation and medical benefits have been distributed thus far. The Department of Labor will be at the Pahrump Senior Center at 1370 West Basin Avenue on Thursday, July 25th. They say that they will hold 2 sessions, one starting at 9:30 in the morning and one at 1 p.m. For more information, give them a call, 866-697-0841. That's 866-697-0841.
All right, listen up, all my fellow foodies. Carmelo's Italian Bistro will be starting up their lunch schedule soon, and we caught up with owner Leo Blendo to find out more.
Due to popular demand, you get a lot of customers that come in. We've been doing dinner only for the past couple of years, and that's been working really well for us. We're reopening for lunch, so we're excited. We're excited to feed the community. We're going to be doing like the lighter fare. I'm going to do like a lunch lasagna that doesn't put you to sleep after you eat. We have personal pizza, I got chicken parm sandwich, meatball sandwich, you know, the main staples. We have a couple of salads on the menu for the lighter fare as well, antipasto and chicken Caesar. So it's about, you know, having a nice quick lunch type menu and something everybody likes to eat. So you want to have that home cooking, but you want to be quick because it's lunch. You can always take out. And I believe we're trying to partner up with either, you know, Grubhub or we have Anna's delivery service here in town. So if you call through them, they'll make sure we can get you delivered and get you food. You can always call ahead of time. A lot of folks just call me personally too. So between calling the restaurant, you can call me. However you get a hold of the shop, we'll make sure you get fed. I've had in the past several little events here. We do caterings. We do other types dinner type events. So it just depends on what you'd like to do. Too many options, and just bring it forward and we'll figure it out. We'll just cater it to you specifically. Everything in the lunch is lunch pricing. We're doing things so people can come in, get out, and just enjoy a quick lunch. I tell you, you know, dinner's been great, and we've been bringing staff on just because it's part of the process, you know. When your business is doing well and you expand, this is part of that expansion process, and we'll have people here for lunch as well. I'll be down here. It's part of what I like to do. I do like to be visible in my restaurant. It's part of the whole thing, right? You got to be in there. We're here located on 1440 East Highway 372 between Johnny's and the dentist, just before the roundabout. So we're looking to open at 11 o'clock and we'll close at 9. So it'll be Monday through Friday, and I'm entertaining doing something a little bit different on Saturdays and Sundays. Having a lot of requests to do like a brunch type thing. I like breakfast too, so why not? So on the weekends, it'll just be dinner, 5 to 9. We're going to stay with that, and we're just looking to do the Monday through Friday right now. And when I get a menu set and we move forward there, we'll do brunch. So you can call the shop directly, and I suggest it. You call 775-751-1660. That's 775-751-1660. And just like always, everyone has my phone number. You can reach me anytime on my personal number, 702-595-2269.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Monsoon season is here. Can you feel
yes,
it?
Yes, it is. But I like the humidity in the air. Look at that beautiful picture of Pahrump. You know, the clouds are a bit more welcome than that blazing sun sitting there. All right. And so we'll take a look at what that cloud cover is going to do for our temperatures when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue for today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 102 degrees and a low of 84 degrees. Death Valley, 112 with a low of 88. Amargosa at 99.76. 96.70 in Beatty. 86.60 in Goldfield. Tonopah, 84 with a low of 61. Carson City, 91, a low of 59. Fallon at 94.61. And finally, Fernley, a high of 93 and a low of 62 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw mostly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of rain. Now remember, we have entered that monsoon season, so as more rains start to come, please try to avoid driving through any flooded out areas. Now also today we had a high of 100 degrees, winds coming out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour, humidity at 21%, and our sunrise at 5:43 this morning. And for tonight, it's currently 97 degrees outside, still with those partly cloudy skies and still with that 20% chance of rain. Our low tonight is going to be 79 degrees with winds coming out the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. Our humidity at 29% and our sunset at 7:56 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, tomorrow we're going to clean up just a little bit with some mostly sunny skies. Thursday, those partly cloudy skies are coming back. And then Friday through Monday, we're going to clean up with nice sunny skies with some mostly sunny skies again next Tuesday. For temperature-wise, our highs Wednesday through Friday are going to be about 104, 105 degrees. For this weekend and Monday, we're going to jump up to highs of 108 and 109 degrees. Then by next Tuesday, we're going to be back down to highs of 105. Now for overnights, they're looking pretty steady, just kind of hanging out about those 80s. Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be seeing highs of lows of 81, 82 degrees. Then Friday through Sunday, we're going to be hanging out at around 80 degrees. Then Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be back down to 79 and 78 for our lows. Now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night at 5, even on the go. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna and Eunette.
All right, you had to say the sun beaming down.
Yes,
I saw that.
yes, yes.
All right, I'm Deanna.
And I'm Eunette. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Good night.